This is Texas Cold Cases from 1986 to 1989. Before we go over the cold cases, please make sure that you're following the channel. You give this video a like and you share it out. It not only helps the channel, but it helps spread awareness on these cases. Also, please forgive me for any names that I may mispronounce. Ara Johnson disappeared from Big Sandy, Texas on April 2nd, 1986. She was 5 years old. She would now be 43. She was 3 foot and weighed 39 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 903-843-2541. Michelle Alanis disappeared from El Paso, Texas on March 7th, 1987. She was 12 years old. She would now be 50. She was 5 foot 2 and weighed 105 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 915-832-4445. Samuel Rawls disappeared from San Antonio, Texas on March 7th, 1987. He was 16 years old. He would now be 53. He was 6 foot 2 and weighed 150 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 210-207-7489. Susan Smalley disappeared from Carrollton, Texas on March 20th, 1988. She was 18 years old. She would now be 54. She was 5'8" and weighed 140 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. She went missing with her friend Stacy Madison, who was 17 years old. She would now be 54. She was 5'6" and weighed 140 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, please call 214-466-3324. Elizabeth Campbell disappeared from Coppers Cove, Texas on April 25th, 1988. She was 20 years old. She would now be 57. She was 5 foot 2 and weighed 106 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 817-547-4273. Michelle Richardson disappeared from Palestine, Texas on May 1st, 1989. She was 16 years old. She would now be 51. She was 5 foot 6 and weighed 160 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 903-729-6068. Jenna Robbins disappeared from Killeen, Texas on May 14th, 1989. She was 9 years old. She would now be 44. She was 4 foot 9 and weighed 50 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 817-699-2387. Kimberly Norwood disappeared from Hallsville, Texas on May 20th, 1989. She was 12 years old. She would now be 47. She was 5 foot 5 and weighed 110 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 903-935-4888. Blanca Robertson disappeared from Arson Pass, Texas on August 6, 1989. She was 13 years old. She would now be 48. She was 5 foot, weighed 120 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 512-758-5224. Emmanuel Burtz disappeared from Dallas, Texas on September 14, 1989. He was only 5 weeks old. He would now be 34 years old. He was 2 foot, weighed 10 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 214-744-4444. Tasha Wright disappeared from Dallas, Texas on October 14, 1989. She was 10 years old. She would now be 45. She was 4 foot 3, weighed 80 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 214-670-4426. David Galvin disappeared from Manor, Texas on December 14, 1989. He was 16 years old. He would now be 50. He was 5 foot 8 and weighed 100 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 512-854-3234. If you have any information on any of these missing persons, please call the number listed with their case.